So let's don't waste any time here, Carter. Let's get on the hop, right? Down to South Florida, Jacob Burke joins us, who is from St. Francisville, Louisiana. Started out at Southeastern Louisiana, has transferred to Miami. So the man has seen a spectrum of food in his life. And Jacob, welcome to the show. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank y'all for having me on.
Appreciate it. So what's the excitement level knowing that you guys are going to host this weekend at the Light in the opening round of the NCAA tournament?
Oh, man, it's going to be exciting. We've seen some great atmospheres around the Light all year, and we're definitely excited. You know, you talk all year and you work all year to, first of all, just to make it, but more importantly, everybody wants to get that national seed and play playoff baseball at their ballpark. I feel like everybody probably feels they play the best at home. I know certainly we do, and we're very excited.
And Jacob, West mentioned you transferred in from Southeastern Louisiana. Is this kind of what you envisioned when you decided to go to Miami?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd say that's one of the bigger reasons that I decided to make that move is, I mean, I was, like I said yesterday, I was tired of watching the playoffs on TV every day. You know, that's what every college baseball player dreams of is making regionals, super regionals, and making a run to Omaha.
Jacob, I guess you can't think ahead last week in Charlotte when you're at the ACC Baseball Championship about what lies ahead, but you guys knew you had an excellent chance to be a top 8. Take me through, though, what you learned from playing in a pool environment to now a double elimination. We've discussed these two formats a little bit in the last week or so on this show. What do you get one way or the other as you dive into that, into these various formats? Pool first, and then now it becomes the finality of a double elimination is pretty real, though, it feels like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think you definitely want to get the first win, and you want to win as much as you can because, you know, you don't want to have to play with your season on the line. I think we got pretty fortunate. It looks like the committee really had a lot of respect for the regular season that we had. We obviously didn't have the performance that we really wanted to have in the tournament, but you know, that's behind us, and you know, now we're just focused on regionals.
What'd you learn, Jacob, from that week in Charlotte playing, I mean, some of the best teams in the country in the ACC that you guys are going to take into the NCAA tournament?
I'd say one of the biggest things that we learned is you really can't take anybody for granted. You can't overlook any game. You know, we look at NC State, everybody's kind of going crazy over them not making it in, which is pretty crazy. But, I mean, that's a team that beat us, and they didn't even make it to the postseason. So we know that any team that's still alive at this point is going to be a challenge. You know, we're focused on Canisius on Friday, and you really just can't overlook anybody.
Jacob, this team obviously has had terrific pitching. You've been as steady as anyone at the plate for Coach Damari. Take us through kind of this season and kind of getting back to normal, if you will, about playing college baseball for probably the first time in your career, right? Because I guess when you started out at Southeast, you got into the COVID year right off the gate, and now you've transferred in, and you finally got to a normal schedule, normal travel, normal protocols, I'm guessing.
It's been great. You know, obviously that first year, my freshman year was the COVID year, and we played, I think, 16 games and then just got abruptly shut down like that. But, you know, all year, really, Coach Damari, you could tell he's been almost surprised at times at the crowds that we've had, and I think everybody just got kind of, it was just weird for a while with nobody in the stands. I know even the players, I'd kind of ask them, because this is my first year here, I'd be like, so this, you know, we had a lot of people there today. Is this one of the bigger crowds? Like, how did this compare to last year? And they were saying how even last year, you know, not many people would be let in the stands. You know, I remember playing at a smaller school. We were really excited to go to Arizona last year to play a series, and they didn't let anybody in. So, you know, I think having the crowd is kind of everything, you know, like, that's another reason, like, I wanted to come to Miami, just to play in those big atmospheres, those big games with, highly ranked teams, and I feel like that's what college baseball is all about. That's what you dream of as a kid growing up, and we feed off the crowd, and it makes it so much more fun when there's people to play for in the stands and people behind your back.
Well, that's a heck of a sales pitch if anyone is thinking about buying tickets to the Coral Gables Regional. I mean, not that you need it, because the light's a fun place to watch a baseball game. But, I mean, Jacob, for you, the bright lights have not had any effect on you. If anything, you've been better going from southeastern Louisiana, now playing the top competition in the ACC. Numbers are amazing. Your slash line is through the roof, and everything's better than it was in your first 2 years in college. Why have you not seen any dip in production, you think, going from a smaller school to maybe the best conference in the country?
Well, for one, I've received a ton of great coaching here at Miami. This is really my first year in the outfield to start with the defensive side, and Coach Damari is a great outfield coach who's he got us working out there every day. We work on a lot of things that sometimes people don't work on. I remember in the fall, I was kind of confused. I was like, what's going on? It's a normal day in Miami. It's sunny. It's about 90 degrees, and they start firing up the sprinklers during the middle of practice. And I'm kind of looking around. Other players are like, "Yep, we're about to do some diving practice." And and Coach Damari is pretty good with that fungo, and he can make us work out there. So that's helped a lot. And same with Coach Lopez. He's made a lot of adjustments to my swing that have helped me a lot. But I feel like for me, and just like for a lot of players on this team, like I said, we feed off that crowd, and it's just so fun playing in front of all these people. And our fans they got a lot of expectations. So you got to be ready to play each and every day. And just with all the great guys on the team around me, they say you're a product of your own environment. And when you're playing with guys like Yo-Yo Morales, Don Patelli, Max Romero, you got to play up to their level or you're going to get left behind.
It's amazing, Jacob. There have been guys who have been incredibly successful from all parts of the country that have come to Miami to play baseball, right? To play college baseball. I don't recall one from Louisiana. I'm just off the top of my head curious as to how did that become a thing for you to make this move?
Well, it was actually kind of funny the way it happened. So I think I was in the transfer portal for like a week before that, and our season had ended. We last year we didn't win the conference tournament, so we didn't get an automatic bid or anything. So we were done, and I was planning on coming to Miami with one of my friends from high school on a trip. Just it was his sister's 21st birthday, so we came down. And about 2 days before we left, I got an email from Jonathan Anderson, one of the coaches over here, and he asked me if I wanted to come on a visit and asked if I had any interest. And I said, well, actually, it's funny. I'm going to be there this weekend. And I talked to a bunch of other schools, but this was the only place I got to visit. So I don't know. I kind of just came and fell in love with the place. And the high school I went to was U High, and we'd always throw up the U and say it's all about the U. So it kind of just felt natural, and it's hard to not love this school and this city and the Miami logo.
Yeah.
Well, that's an awesome story, Jacob, but be honest with me. Was part of you disappointed when that 21st birthday trip turned into more of a business trip in Miami?
Nah, we still found a way to enjoy ourselves. I just came on a little quick visit. Shout out to John Anderson for taking time out of his Saturday to come show me around, and it ended up working out pretty well, and it's definitely one of the best decisions I've ever made.
All right. A couple of things here. Have you got a favorite milkshake at the Light yet? Because I know they're world famous for the milkshakes they serve.
All right, well, I hope Gino isn't watching this because he tells us we're not really allowed to have those milkshakes. But there was a high school game going on at our field one time, and I think I had left study hall and seen the lights and kind of walked over just to see what was going on. And I might have had a pretty good milkshake with some Oreo cookies and a load of sprinkles at the bottom. They're definitely
there you go.
What they hype up.
Wes, he
that's
followed
it.
the light to the
You hit the
milkshake.
right spot. Hey, dude, let me tell you. You follow the light to the milkshake. There's a lot of things going on there. Even when you go down there in February to do basketball and you find out baseball's playing, you find somebody who can go to the light to get you a milkshake to bring it back to the basketball arena. Let me tell you, that's exactly how that show works. All right, Jacob, am I right? You're no relation to the former Miami baseball player who's one of the great long driving champions of modern golf, Tim Burke. Is that right? No relation at all?
No relation.
Okay. Now, let's get to the other question. This is the Packer and Durham question that Mark always asks, but since he's in Italy, I have to ask this today. Since you've been at Miami, what's been your hardest class?
Honestly, probably this social psychology class I took. I'm actually a psychology major. I'm not really sure why, but I think it was I think I had like the most credits towards that major or something. I wanted to do something else, but there was like a 40, 60, 80 degree rule or something with me transferring in, so I guess I'm a psychology major now.
All right. Social psychology in your major proves to be difficult, right?
Yeah, it was pretty hard this year, I'm not going to lie.
All right. Hey, good luck this weekend, okay?
Yes, sir, I appreciate it.